Hello, great people. The Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, has lived up to his threat to eject beggars from Abuja. You will recall that a few days ago, Nyesom Wike gave them an ultimatum. He rang the warning bell that, oh yeah, all of you, come up for there. I don't want you now for Abuja. But then, people had cautioned Nyesom Wike, but he has lived up to his promise and beggars are being ejected from Abuja. Very soon, I'll play you a video of a lady that was almost being picked up as a beggar, and she said she was wearing a hijab and holding a plate that they almost took her for a beggar. So I'll be discussing the manner at which Nyesom Wike is going by the issue of ejecting the beggars from Abuja. I'll be telling you the essence of time, the timeliness of it. I'll also be telling you the implication of this on Nyesom Wike. You know, Wike has presidential ambition. He contested for the PDP ticket, but he was defeated by Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. So I'll be telling you the implication of this as well on the presidency of Bola Tinubu, and I'll also be telling you why Bola Tinubu seems to always keep quiet if Nyesom Wike does some of these things. Is it that Bola Tinubu is naturally a guy that likes to keep quiet? No. So why is he allowing Nyesom Wike? Why is he keeping quiet? Surely I will tell you. But first, I think we should watch the video of that lady before we come back for answers to all these things that I listed that I'm going to analyze for you. I think we should watch the video first. Let's watch the video. Let's watch it.
Wicked people almost mistakenly pack me today. Oh, maybe I'm a beggar because I don't understand. I'm not. Maybe because of the job that I put on. Oh, and I'm holding one, and I'm holding one plastic like this. So if you are in Abuja, or if you are in Abuja, wicked people are packing people now. Oh, beggars, they are packing beggars. So if you want, don't even wear a tab or you mistakenly hold plastic. Wicked people will pack you. I don't even know where he is packing them. Well, no, because I put on the jabo and I hold one plastic like this. I want to give Alimajiri, what's they call it? So I was like, they want so if you're in Abuja, if you wear Alabama, baby, I love, don't even do mistake and wear hijab out or you hold plastic. Wicked people will pack you. Oh Lord, no.
There you have it. The first thing that comes to mind, if I can use the word of that lady, is those people that were being packed, according to that lady, where are they packing them to? And what could be their offense? What would they regard as their offense? Now, another thing is that we need to look at it that the people that were being packed in court, you want to ask yourself that, hope they will be well treated, because if you look at the minors that were arraigned in court, they were not treated rightly, and it seems that Nigerian government does not know how to treat anybody right anyway, except the politician, because even NYSC core members, if you go to NYSC camp, you will see the kind of food that they are giving to them, and if you see NYSC budget, in fact, you go on collapse. It's a humongous budget, but then they feed coppers like slaves. So you want to ask yourself that these people that were being arrested, where will they take them to? And hope they will be kind of like well fed. Their welfare will be well taken care of. Now, you want to ask yourself, why did Nyesom Wike not provide an alternative for these people? Because right now, their shanties, the shanties that they are living in Abuja, are being massively demolished. And you want to ask yourself that if you demolish it without creating an alternative, would it lead to a problem? Because that will lead to forceful migration. These people will migrate. Where they are migrating to en masse, whether it is an Hausa Fulani community or anywhere, that place will already have occupants. So will those people be willing to accommodate them en masse? Get what I'm saying? The community that they are ejecting them from, some of them will go and look for other communities. So that will lead to migration. Where they are migrating to is already populated. So will those people be willing to accept them and there won't be issues? You see, we need to consider something in Nigeria, right? Nigeria must learn how to cater for the poor, both the poor and the rich. It is not only the rich that, should be enjoying, because if an alternative had been created for these people and they are moved to that alternative, it would have been better, because we need to get something. Nigerians have the right to live anywhere, anywhere. So long as you are a Nigerian, you can decide that, oh, you are no longer living in Lagos today. You are tired of Lagos. You want to go and be living in Sokoto. It is your right. You can wake up and say, this Maiduguri, I don't feel safe. I want to go to Lagos. It is your right. You can live anywhere. Even foreigners are not being restricted in terms of where they can live in Nigeria. Let's get this right. If you give somebody visa, if you assess somebody's visa application and you give them a visa to enter Nigeria, those people are free to move across anywhere in Nigeria. They are free to move across the length and breadth of Nigeria. So if you are not restricting foreigners that you've granted visa, so why would you now restrict Nigerians in their own country? So it is illogical to think that you can kind of like stop Nigerians from living in any part of the country. Now let us get something right, in the sense that begging is not a crime, right? Begging is not a crime. In fact, begging is better than crime. Begging is better than crime. So with the level of insecurity that we have, if we have beggars, that means that they are a population on their own. Then we should begin to look at their welfare, how we can remove them from begging, not to treat them as criminal, because begging seems to be an occupation for some people. Maybe their legs or their arms have been amputated. I'm not talking about those ones where they use begging to make money, or that nothing is wrong with them, or they just want to, they are just looking for sympathy to earn money. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about people that the circumstance in Nigeria, for instance, amputees now, anybody that is amputated, nobody will want to employ that person, even as a security guard. Nobody will want to employ that person to work as maybe a cashier or an attendant in a restaurant. So you want to imagine that that person's productivity have been hindered by that amputation. We understand that. But then we have people that have taken begging as a job. I'm not talking about that one. But people that are begging because of life circumstance. Is it not time that we start taking care of those people? In fact, the 650 billion naira that Wale Edun said that government is sharing to people, I'm yet to see anybody that collect that money anyway. But Wale Edun said that 25 million Nigerians have been given 25,000 naira each. That is 1 out of 8 Nigerians would have been collecting that money. If these beggars, if they are seeing 25,000 naira monthly, maybe some of them won't even beg. Maybe they won't even beg. So which alternative jobs are being created for them? Okay, your legs is amputated, but can you make shoes? Can you make shoes? Okay, take these shoemaking machines. Amputation of the leg doesn't stop you from making shoes, all these slippers and sandals. That's an example, right? So which alternative jobs are being created for them? Because whether anybody likes it or not, those beggars must survive one way or the other, by hook or by crook. They must survive. So at the end of the day, the way Nyesom Wike is approaching this thing may eventually lead to a problem. Then we want to ask yourself that Nyesom Wike is a minister under President Bola Tinubu. And the reason why he's a minister is so that there won't be power struggle between the president and the minister. That's why FCT has a minister. But FCT is operating more like a state, according to the judgment of the Supreme Court during the presidential election. Now, we want to ask yourself that Bola Tinubu is the number one in FCT. Nyesom Wike is his appointee. They intentionally made the minister of FCT the appointee of the president so that he can be carrying the president along, so that his policies can align with the president and not contradict it. So you want to ask yourself, is the president aware? Is Wike receiving instruction from the president, or Wike is just doing his own thing the way he knows how to do it, or the president too has left him that, okay, anything you do is okay and fine by me? Because this thing has its own serious fundamental consequences, in the sense that, you see, the North has a way of changing it for people. Let me explain what I mean by that. If it was during Buhari time that they are pursuing these people, they will go to them and say, Baba Buhari said, he don't want you guys here again, so you guys must move away. Some of them, they will accept it. Even the northern politicians, the northern sympathizers, right? They will accept it that, oh, Baba has spoken. But now, it is the southerner that is in power, and you are now ejecting them, and the forceful ejection is coming at a time whereby Tinubu does not have the best of cordial relationship with the North. You remember the tax thing, the tax issue between Tinubu and Northern governor. The Northern governor said this tax policy should be stepped down. Shetima led the National Economic Council. They recommended stepping down the bill that is being submitted to the Senate and House of Rep, but the president said no, the bill should pass through legislative process. That is on ground. The North was cut off power supply. That is still there. The North are grumbling that Tinubu's appointment largely favors Southerner. So all these issues that the North are not feeling too comfortable with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it is now that particular time that you are ejecting beggars, and the beggars, 99.9% of them are Northerners. So you can imagine the timeliness of the thing. You can imagine that it is so very wrong. If you want to do that, you have to do it at a time whereby Tinubu has like the best of relationship with the North, not when he has a running battle with the North. And like I said earlier, I didn't mean you have provided a good alternative for them now. Then it would have made sense. Now, see, the Northern governors and the Northern political elite, you won't know the implication of this thing until during the election. They will just be bringing it out against Bola Tinubu. They'll just be bringing out the point. They did it to Jonathan when they said, oh, Jonathan is the one behind Boko Haram that wants to use it to depopulate the North. If they can do it to Jonathan, definitely they can also, spin up all this conspiracy against Tinubu. So you may want to eject people for the Abuja to look fine. It's okay, but then you need to do it in a very strategic way, culturally, politically, economically, socially. But then, Nyesom Wike have not got all these things covered. And the implication of this on Nyesom Wike himself is that anytime he wants to contest, except if he has buried his presidential ambition, the North will come for him that he's an enemy of the North, that he ejected Northerners in Abuja so he cannot be president. So Nyesom Wike himself is not looking at the political implication of this ejection on his own political ambition. So I think that government should caution Nyesom Wike. We don't want a situation whereby government will end up being embarrassed, just like the minor. Government should think before acting, not acting, then later thinking and now trying to save itself from embarrassment. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politing with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science, and this is where we relax. This is where we analyze politics and happenings in the polity. Do well to subscribe. Do well to turn on your notification button. Do well to catch up with my past videos. And of course, I have great videos coming your way. Till I see you again, you already know that I love you all sincerely.